All right, what's up, everyone? I'm excited about this. So the Tom Hayden show is coming back. One of the first guests we got on is Bruno, the man, the myth, the legend himself. He, I named my Hariyama after him at Worlds. So Bruno's helped me a lot. He was like, "Hey, just test my team out." I test his team out. I said, "Hey, I think I can incorporate this part of it into my team." And the next day, I won a PC. Then I finished 39th at NAIC that weekend too. And it was kind of surreal to see how much you impacted the end of my season, helping me clutch up uh the victories real late. And I can't thank you enough, Bruno, for that. Like you were, and I should have listened to you earlier, but we could get into that too. I was like ignoring you for an insulting amount of time, to be honest. Like I should have listened to you earlier. And
No,
so
that's good.
introduce yourself, tell everyone about yourself, who you are, like outside of Pokemon, and then we'll get
Yeah,
into like how our paths crossed and how you got into competitive Pokemon.
yeah. So I'm Bruno, Matt Bruno. I go by my last name spelled incorrectly because that's my producer name. I'm a musician producer out of Atlanta. Sorry, my dog is tugging the living crap out of my hand. I just got home like 30 minutes ago, and he just wants to play. So this is Finn. He's
I've
just
been
chilling over here, wanting me to play with him, being a spotlight hog as he usually is. But yeah, man, I started doing this. I tried doing the YouTube stuff a little bit, but I started taking it more serious over the past month, and it's been really cool.
your YouTube's awesome.
Um, Thank you, man. I just recorded with your team last night, so I have that dropping. I don't know when it's dropping in correlation to this. It might already be out if you don't
It
drop it
will
in like
be
the
out.
next.
I'm not dropping this probably until like mid-September, you know.
Okay, okay, that's cool. I'm uh I'm dropping your video Tuesday because it's Tommy Tuesday, and that's like the only way to do it. So,
Can I ask? You said it's hard to play Hard Trick Room on ladder. Did it do well or
it of course it did well. But man, like, look, I'm a hard trick room enthusiast. You're a hard trick room enthusiast. We know it. We get it. It's
yeah.
just so many stupid hidden techs and like every Flutterman I saw, I think had imprison on it,
Yep. You have to
and they
play
just
around that.
leave.
You have to
And I
force them to
just,
hit it and attack them.
yeah, it's
And in close
I got
sheet,
some
it's a
precarious
ballsy ass
situations.
move.
I know, dude. I know, and I teeter on. It's like, do I just like try to throw for content and just go balls to the wall with it, or do I like actually try to play it straight up and hope for the best? Which is what I did. It did not. It's they're not. Look, those are not the best games. I don't think any made the cut because I'm just like, all right, well, I just lose. There's one that they man, I led like in Arma, and I think I did like follow me trick room, and they just imprison. They terragrassed the flutter and earthquaked and killed my arm. I'm like, well, this isn't
Yeah.
worth it. So
At that
I'm
point,
out.
it's like,
That's not making the cut. I
eh,
try not to cut out too many games. Like I'm just like I don't want to like just only play like let people see the ones I win or I look good
it's
in.
not propaganda.
I'll no, it's not propaganda, man. I'm not that dude. Like it's what you're watching is actually me. But if I get hit with some BS like that, and it's like a one turn game where I'm just like, well, I just lose. It's not fun for anybody. So those don't make the cut. But the rest of the stuff on my YouTube channel, like even the losses, that shit's real. It's funny. I take it in stride.
You
But
have
yeah,
to.
that's kind of me. Hey, go
Oh,
get it.
dude, that's so cool to hear. Like, I love your YouTube channel, but like, how does, oh shit, I just got attacked by my microphone.
It
How did we end
happens.
up first meeting? Was it I met you just with like the Tanner Mask and the Georgia guys, I believe, and it's
No,
just
it was
uh,
it was before that.
it was
It
before
was
that.
dude. We met in San Diego because you were hanging with Beanie and Poppy, and Poppy's
Yes,
my dude. So like I came to
Poppy's
the
my
hotel and
dude.
we meet up with Poppy. Me and Rowan did, and we met there. And then we tried to go find dinner. We went to like that jazz club, and like
Yep.
some people weren't feeling it, so they went away. And then
I
we
had
all kind of
suggested
split
the
up.
jazz club. Walked in.
That jazz club was so fucking lit. Can I swear?
Yeah. Fuck shit, bitch.
Okay, that's fine. Cool. Yeah, that shit was so fucking lit, man. I just wanted to stay there and listen to it all night because I love that shit.
Yeah.
Um, and then we all like split up. Me and Rowan went to go have dinner with like Neil and Strider and Zardy, and you guys went off to go bowling, I think.
No, the bowling alley was full, so we went to a Thai restaurant.
Oh, nice. Sick.
Yeah.
My camera took a fall.
And then Poppy
Nice.
balled the fuck out and paid for everyone. And we were like, let's do this.
Dude, I love that dude to death. He did the same thing in Knoxville. We had like it was like a group of like 10 of us, and we're all
Yep.
like get ready to split the checks, and he just hands his card to the waitress. He's like, I got it. We're like, dude, come on. I
You
love
don't
that
have to
guy.
do that, but he does. He likes to do that. And sometimes it's a
I miss,
baller move.
I miss him.
For my birthday, I treated a bunch of people. And I actually at Knoxville, I had a birthday dinner. And I treated a bunch of
Nice.
close friends. Because it was the 27th. I'm born on Pokemon Day.
Oh shit, that's awesome.
Right?
Um, dude, my birthday is Peoria this year, so I get to spend my birthday playing Pokemon in a format I don't know what it is with like 300 of my homies, since only 300 got
I didn't get in,
in
I didn't try.
in fucking Peoria, Illinois, man. Like the lamest city on the docket.
I think I'm going to Brazil. Brazil.
Are you gonna do Latam?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's sick. That's sick. I'm gonna try for EUIC. I really
I
want
think
to
so
go.
too.
I
I
really want to
love
go to
London.
London just for like a week. I've never been out of the country. I
Dude,
really
London
want to
was
go
the
to
first
London.
time I went out of the country for Worlds when it was there. So he gave me a spectator pass.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
I
It was the
really
dopest
want to
feeling.
go.
I got
Going back.
suggestions for when you're there.
Okay, I got to do the touristy things, man. I'm a huge Beatles fan, so I got to do like Abbey Road. I'm a huge Arsenal fan, so I got to see like I want to see a soccer match if I can, or
No,
football.
if I go, can we plan that?
Fuck yeah,
And then
yeah.
what I did was I booked a tour of Windsor Castle, the Stonehenge, and the town of Bath. And it was a 12-hour tour. Then I
Holy
did
shit,
Buckingham Palace the next day. Then I did a walking food tour of East London. And then World started. So
damn,
I did all that solo traveling pre-Worlds. And then
that's kind of
I met
wild.
up with everyone at Worlds. And it was awesome. I took Uber boats everywhere. And then the second time I went was with Jin and Mike Moskal and Shortbread Dread and a bunch of we met up with a bunch of Londonese people. And that's not how that's Londoners. I don't know.
London, yeah, Londoners. We'll go with
London
that.
folk. And we were just drinking. Uber boat has a bar. And you could just drink on the trains next to the Big Ben.
Dude, that's sick.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's awesome. And then I got to show you the bar near the Big Ben that I go to and eat fish and chips at. And then
Dude, we got go to
yeah,
EUIC with me. Let's do it.
yeah, I'm a maybe. I got to see where finances are around then.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair. Likewise,
yeah.
but like I want to. I've never been out of the country. I've got so much like sick or not sick time, vacation time saved up at work. I'm like, I want to take like a whole week,
It's
like
worth
go
it.
there on like fly out on like a Sunday, come back on like a Tuesday, like the
And you'll
following
be
Tuesday.
adjusted to the time change out there too.
Yeah, but I gotta go do I gotta do the stuff, man. I gotta see I would love to see an Arsenal match if there's one going on while I'm
Fuck
there.
yeah.
It would be so sick.
Fuck
I
yeah.
love fucking EPL soccer slash football.
How'd you get into that?
Yeah,
How'd
it's
you
so
get into
dope.
that?
How do I get into? Okay, so I've always I've always been around football, as in uh,
Soccer?
football. Yeah, I've always been around it. Like my grandpa on my dad's side, my dad's Portuguese. My whole family on that side, he always watched Portuguese soccer. And then my best friend TJ, when we were in college together, we lived together for like 3 or 4 years. We in like a house together. He's my best bud, and
Shout out
he
TJ.
loved. Always shout out TJ. He's a little idiot. I love him, but he's a shithead. But we would always go like every like Friday or Saturday. We would go to like a restaurant that was around the corner. Like it was kind of like a pub food kind of place, and they always had EPL, and we would just go to watch Arsenal games when they were on. And I'm like, well, shit, I'll just start following Arsenal, and then it's been like that ever since. So that's my club. But like nationally, I rep Portugal. That's my team.
Let's go Portugal.
Yes, sir. Always. I put in for I don't know I no way I make it, but I put in for Portugal for the World Cup of Pokemon.
I'm
No
a
way I get
support
it.
role on Team Jamaica.
What?
Yeah.
You put in for Team Jamaica?
No, I'm friends with a bunch of them. So last season they added me as a support just to help them out because there's no way I'm making the American team or the Italian team. So I said, if you guys need
No.
me for like any extra battles, and now that I qualified for Worlds, it's like, oh, Tom, yeah, we could actually use you more.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. I'm half Italian, half Portuguese. My mom's Italian, my dad's Portuguese. Ain't no way I'm making US or Italy. Those guys are goaded. Portugal, I don't know what the Portuguese like talent base looks like. There's Edu and like nobody else that's on my radar as well because you just don't see them as much. It's just only Edu. You know what I mean? So, but I know, but I'm cool with Edu. So hopefully he puts in a good ward for me. I don't know. It'd be sick. It'd be really sick to get
I
it.
was told to reach out to Team Ireland because apparently they accept anyone. And my
Oh shit!
dad's dad
I just realized
is,
I might be Irish too. Hold on.
yeah, no, my dad's dad is from Ireland. Uh, so no, my grandpa's dad is from Ireland. And then
I love.
my relative was the first woman to lead the St. Patrick's Day parade.
No
But
shit.
instead of applying for Team Ireland, I said, fuck that. Fuck my heritage. Let's help
Jamaica.
out Team Jamaica.
Let's
So
go Jamaica.
let's go
Dude,
Jamaica.
that's hilarious.
I'm going all in on my support role of Team Jamaica.
I also, it feels bad, but it's kind of funny. It's like, dude, just try out for Team Ireland. They'll take any damn body.
Dude, when
It's
I
kind
heard
of,
that, I couldn't stop laughing because I know the captain. And I said, I ended up reaching out and saying, hey, do you mind if I reach out to see if we could do a friendly for Team Jamaica versus Team Ireland? And
oh, that's,
yeah, he was like, we actually did a bunch of friendlies already, but let me know, like I'll let you know in the future.
dude,
So
I joked about it last year, but like submitting the state of Georgia as the nation of Georgia, the country Georgia, and just be like, no, 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 it's us. We're Eastern European, the country
that's really
Georgia.
funny. Does Georgia
Totally not.
have a team?
Well, like the country?
Yeah.
No, I don't
So
think
do
so.
it. Dude, who could
But like, if
who
we can
would
just sneak under the radar, because I mean, we got some players down here,
do it?
and but
Dude,
like,
do that, bro. That would be legendary if you got in too. And you were
just
like,
pass off the state as the country.
yeah, do it.
I mean, I'll get banned from Victory Road so fast, dog. It'd
Okay.
be absolutely hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna say, what's the risk reward?
I will never be on Victory Road
Reward, legend.
or Legend. It'd be absolutely. It would be hilarious if we duped them and then they realize it way too late. It's like, oh shit, these guys are just in Atlanta. Like, this is just 10 dudes in Atlanta, Georgia, not the country. That should be actually that'd be really funny.
Have Tanner do it. You can't get the
Oh, dude, yeah, I'll get dude. Tanner will do that. If I plan it in his ear, I'm like, dude, this would be a killer idea. You'd be a
yeah.
legend for this. He'd be like, yeah, I'll do it. Tanner would 100% do it. I can talk him into it. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's a good idea.
Shout out Tanner.
I love that kid. He's a fucking handful.
So wait, how did you get associated and like become captain of Team Georgia?
So I'm not, but I probably will be in the new year. I was the co-captain last year.
Okay.
Um,
Can you talk about that? You're like how you got into the USPA?
yeah, but we can. So I didn't do it the first year. I felt like I was too green and I just wasn't paying attention and shit just passed me up and I also sucked. I still do suck. I just suck less.
Same.
I just know how to play Trick Room. So
Same.
last year, the manager, who's a good buddy of mine, we're all mods in the Georgia Discord. Um, we've kind of like pretty much just like three or four of us that's really established the scene down here. And he's like, I told him like, dude, like, do you need a co-manager? I'd be down to do it. He's like, yeah, sure, yeah, let's do it. So, and then he's stepping back this year. He doesn't really have time for it. So it's probably going to be me. It's not 100% it's going to be me, but it's probably going to be me.
Okay.
There's probably like a 95% chance it's me.
Okay. Who's
Plus,
the 5% chance that I could bet on and get really good underdog?
I don't know.
Okay.
Somebody else who randomly applies that's not named Matt Bruneaux.
Okay.
I honestly don't know. I am
George.
I'm I'm also now in charge of, which I don't think anybody really knows except for some friends, but like I'm now like the social media guy for USPA. So like that Twitter's all me.
Hey, let's fucking go. Shout out
Yeah.
Gerald, right?
Yeah, yeah, Gerald's cool, man. But
Yeah.
but yeah, so like I've been doing all that stuff for them, and so I'm cool with all those guys. So I mean, it's probably me for Team Georgia. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but we'll see. I mean, we got stacked freaking talent down here, man. Um,
One of my new favorite Georgia players is Alexa.
dude, I love Alexa.
Her
She
tweet
she
about
is
me, I was like,
phenomenal.
wait, you're telling an awesome story about me. This is so freaking cool that you like we met on Showdown. Now you're in my Discord. Now you're getting third place in my tournament or second place in the tournament. I was like, I forget how. I don't think she won. I think she got second or third. I forget which one.
Yeah,
But I
she
was
got
like,
like top four. Or she got runner up, I think, at that time, which was
runner up.
killer.
Was it runner up?
I
So
dude,
yeah. But I was
she's
like, yo,
cool,
you're
man.
awesome. I want to see her succeed so bad. So like
Dude, me
players like
too.
that excite me in USPA. It's a bottom of the roster players, low key, not the top
So
people that you expect to do well every week.
so she was like on the fence about it. I'm like, hey, you should definitely try out. Like,
Yeah.
it's worth a shot. I mean, we are pretty loaded, but I mean, I'm down to take one or two people probably
Add
as
people as
far as
support
like,
role.
yeah, or just like, yeah, and just like some like sleeper picks and like people on the come up who are really just trying to ball out and actually dedicated to the shit. Like I fucks with you if you're dedicated. That's my big
Edons
thing.
and D'Angelo added me to a support role as Team New York way
Yeah.
before I should have been. And then they won that season, and I was a fly on the wall for all of it. And I learned
See, I
so
was
much.
See, I was a supporter at the end of like USPA season one, but I'm like, I don't know what this means.
I was
So
so
like, I
scared
didn't
to
do
ask
anything.
anyone to battle. Like if anyone needed battles, I was like, I suck so much, I can't ask them. Like I
Please don't
can't.
play me.
Yeah, I was like too
Joe,
embarrassed.
please, Joe UX9, do not play me.
Yeah, it was like Chuppa, Joe UX, and then
Yeah,
we
y'all are
added Judy
balling.
this season.
Damn. Well, dude, we got so Toller Webb lives in Georgia. He's down
Awesome
here for
player.
undergrad,
Yeah.
or he's down here for grad school. And then so is George Tifferman. So we got
Oh, he's kicked my ass at him, and he was in the High Rollers Sudoku Master. He's awesome too.
Tiffy's a baller. The Owen, the kid who just won seniors at NAIC, he's here too. So we got some talent, man. Don't sleep on Team Georgia this year. Like
Oh yeah,
I,
it's
I
yeah.
feel really good, especially if all those people turn up, which I believe they are. They've shown interest, so pretty stoked about it, man. Pretty freaking stoked. We got a squad,
Dude.
and we won the division last year. You guys got second in the division.
Yep.
You beat our ass like week 2, and then wound up, I think, throwing the last game or something, and got second in the division.
I think we lost to Massachusetts. I forget exactly.
No, I think it was like Wisconsin or something,
Wisconsin or something.
or like Chicago or
I forget.
Milwaukee.
To be
It was
honest.
something. It was something like that, man. You lost to like some Midwest state that was in there.
Yeah, I got my name called once and went 1-0. So I was like,
And
all
it
right,
was
let's go.
against us.
That fishy, right? Yeah. Mouse ate mirror
Yeah.
match.
No, not Catfish. It was somebody. Oh no, Catfish was somebody else. That was. I know who you're talking about. It wasn't us then.
I had
I
a
could have sworn
friendly
it was
against Mock Punch VGC for you guys.
Yeah, yeah. He was on the team last year. He's a cool dude.
Oh, see, I didn't know that was a real game. I thought that was just a friendly.
It might have been a friendly. That might
It
be what
was a
I'm thinking. I don't
friendly.
know, man.
Because
It
he's a
was so
mod in
long
my
ago.
Discord too. He
Oh,
had the
that's cool.
funniest take on he was like all these Pokemon content creators tweeting about how hot it is in Japan. Well, I'm in a goddamn Iraq right now. And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, Joey, chill. It's really hot, I swear."
I mean, that's fair.
He's right. He's
That's
right.
pretty
He's
fair.
right. He's so
You
funny.
can't argue with that, man.
Shout out the troops. Thank you for your service, Joey.
For sure. Which I didn't know he was doing that. He's just like, hey, I gotta disappear for like during USPA. He was like, I gotta disappear for like a month. I have like, I thought it was like an ROTC thing or something, but yeah, apparently it was like that. He had to go to like
Yeah.
training or something.
He's a mod in my Discord. He's a cool ass dude.
Yeah. No, he's super cool, man.
He was before I made the Discord. He said, "If you ever make a Discord channel, I'll be your mod." I said, "What? I haven't." My friend keeps telling me to. He's like, "Yeah, you definitely should." And then when I made the channel, I was like, "So you're gonna be a mod?" And then I made Beanie and Carney Asada T-Mosk mods too, because I was like, "All right, you guys are the homies. I need help with this." They
That's
hopped on.
awesome.
Yeah, it's been a cool little growth
Dude,
and shit.
and shout out to Tom. I like that guy. He helped me so much that one night
Skeleton?
trying to set up my Discord. Yeah.
Dude, he's one of those people that just randomly DM me like, "Hey, I'm using your team. Can you help me out?" I think like I didn't send him a copy. I sent the dude from Hong Kong a copy. But I was just like, yeah, this is how I play it. This is what I do. And like he's become such a good friend from that. Like he's awesome. I was
No,
like, yo,
he's
you're
cool, man.
yeah, he's shout out Skeleton because he's now a mod. And then I snuck Temporal into a mod. I wanted to make an Alyssa role that was like Morgan Freeman in Bruce Almighty. And I just
Yeah,
wanted her to be overarching over everything that goes on and she could do
that's
anything.
pretty accurate for who she is.
So and then it was just like, Alyssa, I can't figure out how to do this, so I'm just gonna give you mod permission. And you can do whatever you want.
That's
Yeah.
fair. No, she's a
And
badass.
badass as hell. But
Yeah, you got a good crew.
how did you get into Pokemon? Let's change the topic back to you. I want to hear more about you.
Dude, man, this is gonna show my age. So
Show it.
I
29, 94.
yeah, it's not it's like 99. It's like 98, 99. I went to a party at it was like my grandpa's like friend who was like a lawyer. We went over to his house and my mom took me with him because they have kids. And I remember one of them playing a Game Boy. We were downstairs. There was like a pool table. We were posted up on the pool table and he was playing. And he was in like Mount Moon or something. It was like some cave or you know what I mean? Like, and he was
Yeah.
playing like red and blue.
Dark as fuck.
Yeah, he was playing red and blue. I'm looking over his shoulder. I'm like, what is this game? It looks cool. And then like a few weeks later, on my way to my dad's for the weekend, we swing by Kmart. I walk in, I buy a blue version, and I did the entire ride. We went across the street to go grab a sub at Blimpie, and I just stared, like I just read the fucking booklet up and down at the place. And then we drove home. I just kept looking at this booklet, and then I've played it ever since, man. Like I don't, you can't see behind me. My copy of blue version's actually on my shelf behind me, buried somewhere.
Dude, I
Um,
have my old copy of red, blue, yellow, and silver, and I just bought gold.
that's dope.
Yeah.
I
So
have,
now I got to get my Game Boy Color refurbished.
I have. Do I don't have a Game Boy Color? Oh no, like
Do I have it in
that's
here? Let me stand up.
that's still that's still my original copy right there, bro. I still got it to this
Dude,
day.
let's
It
go.
feels super clean. I'm very proud of it. There's like a level 100 Blastoise chilling on there somewhere for the past 25 years.
I haven't
But
played
no,
it.
I've played ever since. Um, I I kind of took a little break around Gen 4 and then picked it back up at Gen 5 and went back to Gen 4. Um,
I didn't do that. I was red, blue, gold, silver, ruby, sapphire, and then
yeah,
omega ruby, alpha, sapphire. So
that's
what
right. You
was it
told me
like?
you took all the way to Oris.
Yeah, I had a big break in there. So can you talk to me about Gen 4 and Gen 5 and getting into that too?
So Gen 4, Gen 4 is probably the one that I'm this is I hate it what I'm about to say because everybody's going to jump on my throat. But Gen 4 is like the one I'm kind of least connected to because I went back and played it, so I didn't really
Okay.
come up through it. So I kind of live honestly, I live pretty much vicariously through BDSP, which is not great
Yo,
to
that
kind
game
of
sucked,
remember it.
bro. I didn't like it.
It's I didn't like it either. It's the art style. It
Yeah.
looked clean. It was just like the little figurine art style. I don't know. It wasn't the best. Gen 5 is the shit.
Is it?
Have you played Black and White?
No, never.
Bro. So, do you know what like about Gen 5, like what they did?
Nothing.
Because because Black and White were essentially resets of the entire franchise.
I didn't
Black
know
and
that.
White So Black and White had like another a brand new 150 Pokemon. It was the biggest dex of all time. And there was not in the original Black and White, there was no returning Pokemon. There was no not even like Pikachu.
Wait,
It
wait,
was
wait.
literally 150 brand new Pokemon and a new experience,
I
which
didn't
is
know
why.
that.
And then Black and White 2 is like the sequel. I think it takes place like a year after Black and White, like the events of Black and White. And they're all the Pokemon are back in it kind of thing. But Black and White itself was just like whole hard reset. So if you look at like the Black and White decks versus the Red and Blue decks and put them up next to each other, there's so many similarities. Like the Conkeldurr line is the Machamp line, the
But better.
Roggenrola line is the Geodude line, um, Audino is Blissey, Muna, Musharna are essentially Hypno and Drowsy. like stuff like that. Like there's so many parallels in the decks. It's wild. It's actually wild.
That's
Like,
actually really crazy. I
dude,
didn't
if it
realize that at all.
I'm hoping you did. Did you play Sun and Moon too?
I did play Sun and Moon. So after
Okay,
I
so
played
yeah.
casually, I never
Okay.
made a competitive Pokemon in either of those games though.
So I started really exploring like competitive stuff in X and Y a little bit. Um, but I never really played online. I just did like the battle maze on. I found like things
Yep.
online that's like, hey,
Same.
you can do like Paraflinch with like Serene Grace, Togekiss next to Klefki doing Thunderwave. I'm like, that's cool. So I would just like do that and try to see high score. So I started understanding some like basic stuff there, but like I didn't really start playing until like the pandemic, like a lot of people.
Yep. So I had actually really lucky, like in my roommate in California was like, he's a Chinese dude. And was like, dude, get Pokemon, get Pokemon. You could use my DS, play Pokemon. Like, I'm getting it. I'm so hyped for Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I told him the last game I played was Ruby Sapphire. So he was like, perfect. You can jump right back in. And he taught me what EVs and IVs were. And he taught me how to
Nice.
breed competitive bonds in that game. And when
It's not easy.
no, exactly. When COVID happened, Sword and Shield had made it easier. So I made a
Mhm.
competitive team, hopped on ladder, and played Cybertron, and that's how I got started. And it's just like without that
Wait,
base knowledge, it was probably so hard. Like, did you know any EVs or IVs starting before COVID?
yeah, I knew that they existed. I knew how to manipulate them, but I didn't really care as much.
Okay.
Because like I said, I figured I learned how to like I was able to gen in Pokemon at the time, so I was like, let's make a perfect. I didn't really know what I was doing, so like I still have like weird like Torkles from that era where they're just like max attack, max speed
And
Torkles.
most
'Cause I'm like,
crooked. Most crooked.
oh, dude, sure, we'll go with that. It's more ignorance, but we'll go with cooking. But
Yeah, Blitz Torkoal.
dude, fast Torkoal, man. Nobody ever sees it coming. But yeah, so like I knew what they were. It was on my radar and stuff. But once I started playing and started like really digging into it, like during the pandemic and stuff, like that's when shit took off. And then I met up, like I started just watching streams of people, and I became cool with Ashton Cox through his streams. And then he just talked me into doing like the Indianapolis regional in 2021, 2022, whatever that came back, right? This is 23, 22, whatever it was. He talked me into doing it, and I went and I fell in love. I went like 3-6 and had the best day of my life. I'm like, well, shit, I'm doing this now. Yeah, it's the like people don't get it. Like it's cool playing competitive is awesome, but dude, once you go to your first event, it's game over. You are stupid hooked. Like, Zero Blaze. He's done a couple of your tours and all that.
Wait, I think I follow him on Twitter, or I just was like,
Yeah, yeah. You probably do. He's a local Georgia guy. So we were talking about he's been doing like he started coming to like the locals at the beginning of the year. He's a good player. And we were talking about him like he's like, dude, I want to do one. I'm like, bro, once you go, you're not gonna do it. And then he figured out how he could get to NAIC, so he did. And now he's just all gung ho. I'm like, bro, I told you it's a slippery slope. I
yep,
told
we
Alexa
follow
the
each
same
other.
thing. I'm like, look, once you go to the first one, it's over. Your money will go right here, right back here because it's stupid fun. It doesn't matter how you do, usually. If you're coming in hot, thinking you're gonna win it, you got another thing coming. But like,
Dude, I went to Indy like my first event, and it was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do. I really don't know. And I went 5-4. I started 3-1, crushed it. And
yeah,
then I like lost to Battle Room. I lost to Kevin
nice.
Swastik. I lost to Jerry Woods. I was like, oh my God. Those are my three losses. And then who was my fourth loss to? I forget my fourth loss. It was late in the tournament though.
Yeah, dude, that was my Milwaukee that year. So I did Indy, and then I did Milwaukee. And Milwaukee round one, I got smoked by Samuel Temple, the dude from Nimbasa City.
Yep.
Um, Killer player too. He's very good, but he just absolutely just smoked me. I'm like, whatever. 0-1. Round pairing go up. I get Colin Higher. Like, great. I took a game. Hey, I took a game off of him.
I
I
don't think
take
I
that.
did. No, I definitely didn't actually.
I lost 1-2. I took a game off Colin Higher. I'm like, okay, whatever. Cool. I knew I was going to lose this, but I took a game off him. We can take that. I'll just get it next round. Next round, I got Marcos Perez, aka Moxie Boosted. I'm like, yeah, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Like, can I really get like the worst possible start to a day?
Yo,
And I,
he's awesome, man. I
I
fucking
love
love
Marcos.
Moxie.
Since then, we've been homies. And he's helped me a lot with the YouTube stuff. I've been picking his brain lately.
That's awesome.
I've been,
That's really cool.
I annoy the shit out of Kevin from Poker Sports. That's my homie.
He's
He's the
so
one who,
cool. He's one of the
like,
people I want to get to know better in this community.
he's a Jersey dude. He's right there, man.
Yeah, I don't know him too well though. I never like really hang out. We're always adjacent, and I always like wish him luck. I'm like, dude, good luck, keep it going. How you doing?
Yeah.
But like, we never really hang out, and if we do, it's usually like two different groups at the same table, and I'm in the background of their photo, which is
I I tried to talk him into going to see Spider-Man with us in Milwaukee, but he was feeling it too much, and then the wheels fell off.
so funny, dude.
Which
Let's talk about that for a second. My
because that's
opponent,
really
what's
mhm.
up?
I'm gonna say because that's really where our friendship really started. We kind of like
We knew
I
each other
knew of
before,
you.
but yeah, and then that
Yeah.
was the first time we hung out. Where I was like,
Yes.
my opponent asked me, he goes, right after I get my fourth loss, he's like, "You gonna play it out?" I said, "Fuck no, I'm dropping it, seeing Spider Man." And you just start laughing from a couple tables down, like, "Hey, can I come with you?"
Yeah, I was right next to you, and I was messing with you the whole day because you
Yeah,
battled my
we
buddy
sat next to
Harrison.
each other earlier too.
We sat next to each other twice that day, and then I was joking with Harrison who and Kevin all day. I'm like, bro, this ain't going well. I'm
And
just
Harrison, I played. He was one of my two wins.
yeah, because I came over to him like kick his ass, Tommy, like just to mess with Harrison. And yeah, so like I was joking with them all day. I'm like, dude, if I'm not vibing, I'm just gonna go see Spider-Man, dude. Fuck it. I'm gonna go see Spider-Man. And then when you said that, I was getting my ass kicked by an Annihilate. I'm like, yo, wait up. I will definitely go. It was a Terra flying Annihilate that and I was playing Orthworm. I could not hit this thing to save my life. It was incredible. It just sat there and bulked up and ruined my life. And that was my fourth loss. And I'm like, I kind of regret. Part of me regrets dropping because I'm not a quitter.
Oh,
I
I
know that
couldn't
I
care
could.
less. I was like, I loved Spider Man. I love popcorn.
That's the thing is like, dude, I know I could have finished 5-4 in Milwaukee. I know I could have won the rest of my matches. I wasn't in
I
the
don't
mental,
think I
but I
could
know I
have.
wasn't in the mental state to do so. Plus, you said exactly what I needed to hear, which is fuck it, I'm gonna go see Spider Man, which was already on my mind. So I'm like, well, shit, let's go see Spider Man together, which
So
was
funny.
incredible. And that movie is badass.
I loved it. You know what? I'm gonna watch it again tonight.
I need to rewatch it because, like I said, I only saw that one time, and my only gripe was that movie theater's volume was kind of low.
It was so
So
weird with the volume.
there was a lot of stuff like I really had to lean in and hear it, and it really annoyed me about that.
Uh,
But man, that movie was incredible. So I don't regret it from that standpoint.
yeah. And
I
then
mean,
after that, you were telling me about Hariyama.
yeah, and then we started talking about Hariyama, because Len sent me a thing. I love Len. That's my
Shout out
dude.
Len. His armor
Shout
spread
out,
is goaded.
dude. His everything. I mean, his trick room spreads are goaded. And he sent me a thing with Hariyama, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Just for think about NAIC. I'm like, whatever. I want to run hard trick room. It's the only time I do good. And then he and I watched him play it, and yeah, dude, close combat just Oko's a Ting Lu, which feels great for us because we hate Ting Lu.
Leaf
Um,
Storm now does that from Sunflora in the sun.
yes, which we'll get to because that
Let's talk about Hariyama first.
yeah, we got to get a Hariyama first. Sunflora deserves its own chapter right now because we're in a weird part of our lives and friendship where we're actively talking about Sunflora on Discord for hours a day.
And
Um,
tweeting propaganda, and then I'm probably not going to bring it, but I'm going to keep tweeting and propagandizing it and using it publicly. And while testing the team you sent me privately, that I'm going to test later tonight.
I just want the good players that follow me on Twitter to be like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?"
Yes, that's exactly
Like,
where I'm going for. I want everyone to ask me at Pittsburgh, did you really lock in Sunflora?
I
I'm going
mean,
to
you are
publicly
right.
test it.
This is going to go out after Pittsburgh. I'm assuming,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Are you going to bring it?
maybe.
I feel okay.
I'm testing the other team you sent me, and I'm most comfortable with Sunflora over Rangru right now.
That's a dumb sentence. But real quick, back to Flesh Hands,
Flesh hands.
because he's very important to this.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was like, dude, this is sick. And then at the same time, via just like weird osmosis on the web, I saw something come out of I think it was like a Japanese or a Korean or one of the Asian countries. I guess they had a tournament or a local, and
Terror Rock.
the dude won it with the exact six, but Len's version had uh, what's it called? High horsepower, or not high horsepower, headlong rush on Hari,
Such a cool
and
move.
his was like Terra Grass or something. And then that one was Terra Rock Slide. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of sick. So then
Let's go.
I'm like, that's kind of sick because I'm like, dude, you just Terra instruct rock slides. If you miss one, your chances are you're not going to miss a second, and you get double the chances to flinch everybody. So I'm like, dude, this is kind of nasty. So I started working on it. I just fell in love with it. And then I forgot how I gave it. Oh, we were talking about, I forgot how we were talking. We hit each other up. We were talking on Discord. I'm like,
Because
yo,
we
I'm
would
doing
talk
this.
every now and again. I'd be like, "How's your testing going?" You'd be like, "How's your testing going?" And we would
Yeah,
just
because I
check
knew
up on each
we
other.
were playing similar stuff. We were
Yeah.
playing Hat DD, like we were playing Hat DD stuff, Oranguru stuff. I knew we had very similar teams at the time. And because you just ran, I think you ran it in Milwaukee or something. Um, and then
Oh, I went back to it after Milwaukee. I brought Woj into Milwaukee.
that's what it was. Because I think
Yeah.
we
So
talked
after
about it in
Milwaukee, I
I think
said
we talked
I'm
about it in
going back
Milwaukee.
to
Was
Hard
just
Trick
like,
Room.
yeah, I think we were talking about it and we are like, yo, like going back to Heart Trick and be like, yeah, me too. And then
Yeah.
I found that and you already had your team. I'm like, yep. And you hit me up. You're like, yo, what's your team? And I sent it to you. You're like, hold on, this is sick. And then we jumped on a Discord call for like 2 hours. I think you went like 18 and like 3 or something.
Yeah. It was 18-3 or like
Something
20
like
and
that.
5. Yeah. Something crazy.
Like 25 and 8. It was like it was some I remember there was an 8 in there somewhere, but it was just some weird record and you were just absolutely crushing it. And you're like, all right, I'm stealing this. I'm like, please, by
But
all
I
means, steal
liked
it.
Armorage over King Gambit. And I said
You
Armorage is
did.
integral to my play style with the team. And I was using my
Yeah.
sets. We had different EV spreads that we swore by. We had different Terra types on hat, which we both swore by, because we
Which we
set the
still do.
board state different. So
I'm
like,
currently fighting Len on the Terra type on hat. He swears by fire as well. And
I
I'm like,
swear by
I hate
fire.
earthquakes.
I
I'm
don't give
like,
a
I really
fuck
don't want to
about
get earthquake.
earthquake. I don't give a fuck. I can't let him earthquake. What's earthquaking?
The whole team
Ursaluna?
doesn't like earthquake.
Yeah. So okay. Well, the Ursaluna
Uh,
before earthquakes. You're slower than it with eruption. You're slower than it with uh the Hatterene. You're slower than it, or you speed tie it
no,
with the Hariyama. You're
no.
slower than it with the Sunflora.
If they lead Lando, it's bad. I'm not. I
Lando's
might.
bad. Lando and Arcanine fucking sucks, bro. Flare Blitz and Didi, KO and Didi, and then just like pick on the partner.
Yeah,
Suck.
it's not fun.
Not fun, but at least then it's banded Arc. It can't be banded Lando next to it.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I find out when I'm playing on ladder, on like close team sheet ladder with the team, is that I just get mauled turn one because they know exactly what I'm doing, and I have no idea how to get up the trick room.
We play a very linear strategy where if people prep for it in team building, they're more like
Yeah,
capable of handling it. But if they don't prep for us into the team building phase, it might be an auto
they're
win for us.
well that, and then I'm very dependent on the team sheet. Once I get that open team sheet, I look at it and say, okay, how do they stop my trick room? Like,
Yes.
how can I get a trick room based on what they have?
What tools
And
do they have to stop me? It's always a
yeah,
question I ask. And
and I
usually it's
don't get
Taunt,
those
and
tools.
Hatterene is goaded.
Katarina's fantastic,
A
but I don't get those
Moongus.
tools online, so I'm
Yeah.
just kind of screwed.
Well, that's why I like the best of 3 limitless tour practice. And that's like the impetus of the tours. I was just like, I need more best of 3 practice. My friend was,
Yeah,
now you have a Discord, do it. Like, I made the Discord November 27th, like right after Thanksgiving. First tournament
yeah.
was December 27th. Now what is it? It's September 25th. Been a fucking
Oh,
crazy, yeah,
it's August
crazy couple
25th
of
when
months.
we're recording this, but yes, dude,
Yeah,
it's almost been a year, bro. That's wild.
yeah. I'm gonna keep them going because, like, you
You
know what?
should.
Fuck it. It's worth the
You get
time.
you get a good turnout, man. It's awesome to
It's
see.
worth the time. It's worth the time. That's exactly what I'm figuring out too. That's why I was like, this is worth the time too. And I'm like so
Yeah,
happy that bringing this back and you're one of my first guests. I don't know exactly. Again, I think I'm gonna bring it back like late September. I'm gonna try to bank up 10 episodes. I reached out to a couple of people. Himmy Turner, 69. He's gonna be
Yeah.
one of my next guests. Fucking love that dude. And
Nice.
I reached out to Sohaib, Bandy, and I got to reach out to D'Angelo too. We get the Team New York guys on here.
Very cool.
And then yeah, but we're right at the 40-minute mark. Before we end though, I want to ask you about uh like what didn't we talk about? Is there anything I just like said we'll go from the who intro who you are, how we cross paths, how
Yeah.
you got into Pokemon, how you got into competitive, and go from
Oh,
there. I'm so happy we brought up Hariyama too.
he's fantastic, man.
He's
I
integral to
that
our
was a cool.
friendship. And then, dude,
And
like when you sent me some Flora, I was thinking like last time you sent me an obscure Pokemon, and I like didn't listen for too long. Let me just look into this and play a couple of games. And dude, I literally went undefeated on ladder. I went from 1330 to 15 like 78, I think it was, with Sunflora. And I said,
that's so dumb.
it's so dumb.
It's so
It's so,
stupid,
and
bro.
I was just like, all right, test ladder. I was like about to get in the shower. And then I was like, all right, I'll get in the shower when I lose. And I didn't lose for like 25 minutes. And I was like, what's going on? I think I won like 13 games in a row.
It's
So
dumb. Yeah. So
it's the damage
Sunflower.
output is a nuke. So I like aggressively switching it in too. Against the
Yeah.
average player, I've been able to do that more than I have been against the better or above average player. And
Yeah. Yeah.
it's been very interesting to see because I told Charlie about it, and then I played Charlie, and he doubled it. He fake out Moonblasted, got rid of it, and I would have had a free switch into Armorage in the Torkoal slot if I wanted it. And I was like, that's something I needed to do. Like I needed to reset the board state a little bit better. But I was like,
Yeah.
they have to go for Armorage here. Yeah, it was like they have to go for Armorage here, right? They can't leave Armorage alone. I can't switch Torkoaling. Let me just fucking do this right now. And they got rid of it quick.
Yeah. It's so weird, man. It's not a good Pokemon.
Its
It is
effective base stat total is what we need, though. We don't care about its
it's
bulk.
look, its speed is very good and its special attack is very good because of solar power.
And
And it
then
has
we don't
moves like
give a fuck about its bulk.
no. If it can get one or two, if it can get one KO, it's done a job. If it gets two KOs, it's the MVP. That's how
And
it
we
works.
win every game it gets 2 KOs. We win
Pretty
every
much.
game it gets one
And
KO, basically.
people don't realize what it is. They think
It's a
you're
nuke.
kidding.
It's a nuke. It's a nuclear weapon.
Like they don't realize what it does until it's too late.
Until game 2.
Yes, and they're like, "Oh shit, my Tinglu just got taken out by a freaking sunflower. I need to take that thing out. That's a problem."
Dude, they terror flying their Lando to survive the leaf storm, and I critical hit KO'd them. The terror
That's so
flying Lando.
that's so fucking dumb. What was the one? Tanner put one in there. That Leaf Storm just OHKOs a Farigiraf. I'm like, what?
The
Just
Cresselia
straight up
calc is specs with helping hand, guarantee Oko's 25200 with the special defense boost.
Yeah, Len put one in there too, man.
Yeah, Len put
It's
this choice specs helping hand one in there.
I love the fact that he's been shitting on us about the sunflower, and then just this morning at 6 a.m. he drops that 252 special attack choice specs solar powered Terra Grass Sunflora Leaf Storm versus 252 76 Spidef plus Cresselia OHKOs. You can OHKO a Cresselia with a Terra Grass choice specs Leaf Storm in the sun.
With helping
Why?
hand or without?
What?
With or without helping hand?
No helping hand.
Oh, no helping hand.
That's Terra Grass Solar Power
that
Leaf
would be
Storm in the sun. Modest choice specs. You
The sunflower's
OHKO
real.
fucking Cresselia, Tom.
I've been imprisoning them, and I've been imprisoning the giraffe, my fast indeed.
Yeah, I don't like it, but but it works for you, so I'm not going to say anything. I can't. Well, to be fair, I also was playing your team on ladder on online last night for on ladder like on cart, and I'm just like, I don't know if you have imprisoned Trick Room. So, and I don't know if I'm faster, so I'm not going to try.
You're faster than every giraffe without 180 speed EVs.
Okay. That would have been nice to know last night.
Sorry, yeah.
I don't think I saw any drafts, dude. I just saw just all pain and things I didn't want to
If it
see.
was Flutter, if it's Flutter, it sucks. Because then I usually just follow me armor cannon now in close sheet ladder. Because I assume they're in prison on ranked ladder in game. And
Yeah.
on Showdown, I assume they're not. On Showdown, I go for the follow me trick room.
Every single time they lead Flutter, I'm just like, this is gonna be a prison Flutter. This is gonna be a prison Flutter. This is gonna be a prison Flutter. And sure enough, it is.
In ladder, on like cart, it always is. It's like, what the fuck? But
If they lead it, it's 100% in prison.
I've never seen it at a regional. I went to every regional
Uh
but Fort Wayne and
oh, yo,
Fort Wayne and
I've seen it.
Vancouver.
I've seen it once. Man, you want to hear about some bullshit? Okay, you know how in
Yeah,
Worlds there was a sudden death,
yeah,
a big one. So I
yeah.
had to play a
There were
sudden
three big
death.
ones.
I had to play a sudden death in Charlotte.
The worst for trick room players
It's the absolute fucking worst.
because we
I cannot.
sacrifice Indeedee most of the time to get into trick room.
And dude, I also had at this time I also had a final gambit annihilate. And every game I would lead a DD annihilate, and I'd take out the first. I would take out the thing next to it. They had a mouse. They led with little what's it called mouse hold, and I would just trick room final gambit it. Anyway, I win game one. He adjusts game two. He wins game two in a really close set. Game three starts, and I go to select my moves, and I accidentally hit the thing off of the dock and disconnect. We call over a judge and just like, hey, nothing happened. Cool, sudden death. I'm like, damn, we just can't replay game three. But anyway, game two he won because he led Flutter Mouse and he imprisoned my trick room and I couldn't do jack shit. Correct, correct. So he did the perfect adjustment. So game three, I'm like, he's going to do the exact same damn thing. I'm like, I can't lead Indeedee. I can't lead. Um, I go down the checklist in my brain. I'm like, I know what sudden death is. This guy's new, so I don't think he knows. I've never played it, but I've heard of it. So I'm like, I can't lead Indeedee. I can't lead ape, right? Because they're both just going to die instantly. And then I just lose. I'm like, and I can't lead Torkoal because Torkoal's just slow. Like, and they can just double Torkoal and kill him right before I get anything off. And I'm like, but I also can't get up a trick room. So I'm like, and I can't lead Armor Rouge because that means I have to probably lead Indeedee. I'm like, what the fuck do I do? So that leads me with Hatterene and whatchamacallit. It leads me with Hatterene and it leads me with my King Gambit. So I lead Hatterene King Gambit, which is something I've never done in my 1,000 games with this team. I've never really led King Gambit ever. Unless I think you're going to snarl me, in which case I'll do it but I'll do it with Indeedee. So I don't get the D drops or the attack drops, special attack drops. But so I led that. He goes for Imprison with Flutter, and then he goes. I forgot what he went for. I think he went for.
You forced him to
He
click
went. I did force him to click it, and I knew his mouse didn't have a protecting move.
Oh.
So I'm like, he's gonna follow me or he's gonna Terra Ghost. He has to do one of those two things. He can't kill me. Like his I know he can't kill the Armor Rouge or the King Gambit. And I was also Terra Water Hattering because of course I am because I love Terra Water Hat. So I Terra Watered my hat and I forgot what he went for. He went for maybe it was Pop Bomb or something. I forgot what move. Or, no, he had Super Fang. Sorry, he had Super Fang. He Super Fangs my King Gambit and imprisons my Trick Room. I kowtow and I psychic the living shit out of that mouse and win it right on the spot. And I'm like, dude, I've never. I went over to my friend group. I was like shaking. I'm like, dude, I just won with fucking in the stupidest manner on a sudden death. They're like, dude, you won sudden death? I'm like, yeah. He goes, you know you're playing hard trick room, right? I'm like, I know. I should not have won.
So let's say he hit Dazzling Gleam. He wins?
No, Dazzling Gleam would have done maybe half to my Hatterene. If he Terra Fairyed it, probably did like 70%, but he only had Super Fang on the mouse. It was like follow me, Super Fang, taunt, something else.
Yeah, so he has to go for. Oh, he can't.
He had,
His
but
mouse
Super
will
Fang
go after.
slower.
Yeah.
His mouse was I knew his mouse was dead in the water because
Yeah.
his I knew
No
that
protect.
his
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm like I can't take a shadow ball because I'll probably drop. Super Fang doesn't really do anything to me because it's going to go second. So I have, and Dazzling Gleam's not gonna kill. So my only win was literally to just double the mouse. Either he leaves it in or it switches out to something. Both are going to drop to a
Kowtow
psychic and a
psychic.
cow.
Oh my
Bro,
god.
the scariest shit I've ever been in, man.
I forget my sudden death match. I won it though. I was in San Diego. I had Hydreigon and Magnezone with Indeedee Armorage, Torkoal, and uh who was the fourth? It wasn't Hatterene at the time. Let me check. It might have been Hatterene.
Okay.
No, it wasn't. Lilligant.
Oh, you're playing like Lilycole?
It was Lilycole, Indeedee Arma, Hydreigon, Magnezone.
Interesting.
With the critical hit Hydreigon. So I could deal with Dozos a bit better. Because at
Oh,
that point,
oh, nice.
yeah, I didn't love
Man,
Clear Smog as much then. I was like, I don't feel
dude,
as consistent, and I didn't have Encore on Lilligant. So that's another way I dealt with Dozo later in the seasons.
dude, so I hate Dondozo. I'm always bad into Dondozo, and I knew that going into NAIC, and I changed my Torkoal last second to Terra Grass with Solar Beam and Clear Smog. Right, I was like Eruption, Flamethrower, Clear Smog, Solar Beam, and I won against every Dondozo I faced. I think I faced 2 or 3 that day, and I won every single one because of that Torkoal. It was absolutely
Encore.
just perfect.
Dude, I usually just Encore them with a Rangaroo. Encore them with Lilligant. Now I
That's
have neither of them.
I got into a spot where I would do that, and I just had a Rangaroo and Torkoal there, and I'm just doing what I
Yeah,
need to do to fire it off, and it's beautiful.
it was
Man, I love that
awesome.
stuff. Just beating Dondozo just always feels good.
Yeah. I think I'm
Always
going to
feels
see a
good.
couple of Pittsburgh, and I'm ready for them.
I'm not. That was, man, dude. I
Wait, you're
playing
signed
your
up for
team on.
Pittsburgh or just Peoria?
I'm on both.
Okay. I'm
I'm
just
one of the few
Pittsburgh.
that snuck into both.
Good shit, bro. Start your season strong. Get these points.
Dude, I got it, man. We need to hit that freaking 500 per player kicker though, man. Like,
We're not going
I
to.
don't know about. I hope so. They got to open up seats, man.
They opened
Top
them up for
128.
TCG.
I don't know if I can do top 128. I gotta be. I'm definitely top
You
250.
absolutely can, bro. Let me stop you right there. This is your season. You absolutely are
I feel
capable and talented enough to get top 128 at every regional you go to. But the
yeah.
goal is higher than that. The goal is day 2. You're going to lose
I
one
want
to
it.
RNG. You're going to lose one to a bad matchup, and you're going to win the rest. And that's the way you
Yeah,
got to think about it. You're going to
you're
go
right.
X2 at every regional you go to from now on.
I would love nothing more.
That's the way you got to think about it.
My I don't know about Pittsburgh, but my goal I want a day 2 Peoria on my birthday. That'd be the sickest shit.
Why not Pittsburgh? You're talented enough to.
I maybe dude, I don't feel confident in this format, but we'll see.
I love Sunflora, and Sunflora loves me.
I I I talked you into it half jokingly, and then we started running the calcs. I'm like, fuck, you know.
I have the entire group chat talking about Sunflora. I love that
Yes.
Cortex is like, I'm not in on this. You need to show me results.
You know that shit's whack when Cortex doesn't sign off on it. Because Cortex will like he's one of the most innovative team builders, and he plays some really cool and innovative stuff, and he won't touch Sunflora.
That should say everything you
Like,
need to know, but it doesn't for me.
no, you're too stubborn, but I love you for it.
I am so stubborn to my own fall. If I don't win in 5 turns, I lose. I might add Lilligant back. I might test Lilligant over Sunflora and the Hisuian
Or
version.
that flower makes more sense, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's actually really sick is Sunflora with I don't like sleep powder on it because I hate sleep powder missing. But it has ice spinner, so you go ice spinner, solar blade, and close combat. And now it's like, okay, Heatran, what do you want? You want to Terra into? It's like you want to Terra into grass? Cool. I have ice spinner for that now.
Rillaboom, you want to set your grassy train? Fuck you.
Ice spinner, baby.
Ice, ice, baby.
Yeah,
Not
you
nice,
get off.
baby. All right.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I might test out regular Lilligant still.
Why?
I like it. Comfort.
No, dude. The other one's just better. It's faster. It has better stats. There's no reason to run Lilligant, Standard Lilligant, unless Hisuian Lilligant's not in the format.
It
Straight
has the
up.
speed I need.
I mean, Hisuian Lilligant can outspeed most, dude. It's so freaking fast. Was that isn't like base 130 speed? Is it something stupid like that? Hold on.
I think 110, and the other one's 105. Or is it
Is that what it
115?
is?
It's either 10 more or 110. So it's either 115 because it's 10 more than 105, or it's 110.
You're right about 105. You're not right with Hisuian Lilligant. Regular Lilligant's just 90.
Oh, it's 15 higher.
Yes. Same defense as 75-75. Their attack and special attack are pretty much flipped.
Yes, that's what I mean. I love Leaf Storm. Leaf Storm loves me. I use Lilligant as a Leaf Storm mon too. That's why Sunflora fit me so well.
Fair. That's fair. Man, I hate moves that miss. That was my big thing is like, I can't. That's why I love my hard trick room teams is that the ones I did the best on, I had no missing moves. Everything was 100% accurate.
Did I mute myself? Yeah, I did. All my moves have high variance. Heat Wave, Rock Slide,
Living
Leaf
on the
Storm.
edge, bro.
I love to gamble.
Yeah, that can't be me. I lost. I would have gone positive in Knoxville if I didn't miss a heat wave on my very last play with my arm off.
Oh my god, I lost my winning into day two, my first ever winning into day two. I made the right call, but Super Fang on my mouse missed. Wanted to cry.
That's
I
brutal,
wanted to
bro.
cry, bro. I took off my hat. It was game two. Bulked up and followed me. I Super Fang Drain Punch, and Drain Punch is more than 50%. So I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? In a Mouse 8 mirror match.
Sucks.
I
That
was
sucks, man.
I was
Yeah,
livid.
I was pretty bummed too, man. That's so I'm just like after that, I'm just like no missing moves. So like, what is it? The team I have now, I have Heat Wave on the Arma. Doesn't feel great, but I'm gonna have to live
Armor
with it.
Cannon is so. I might go to Choice Specs Sunflora and uh the Life Orb Armorage still because I love Armor Cannon in the Sun Life Orb. That calc is just nutty.
I can't believe that calc. I still don't fully understand that that's real. My brain cannot like comprehend that you can
Choice
just Oko a
Specs.
Cresselia like that.
Yeah. Solar power. Flower power. Excellent.
Absolutely fucking stupid.
So is there anything it's right we're right around an hour. I like to make these right around an hour. Is there anything else you want to hit on before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. What are the Jets gonna do this year, bro?
I hope something good. I hope
I
something
hope
good.
I hope not. I love you.
Um
That's your one flaw is being a Jets fan.
oh yeah, you're wearing the Dolphins jersey too. Shout out AFC East.
I mean, my dog is named Finn after the Miami Dolphins.
That's awesome.
We rep. He's got a little. You can't see. He's got a little Dolphins collar and everything, man. That's what we do.
My dog's a Bills fan
What? Why is your dog a Bills fan?
because my sister got him in Buffalo. She got him a Bills jersey when he was a pup.
Eh.
Yeah. So shout out the AFC East. I said it.
Yeah, except for not the Patriots.
Yeah, fuck them.
And fuck the Patriots. I'm cool with
Fuck
that.
the Patriots. Wait, who? So I have received Mostert in a fantasy league. Are you guys going to trade for a better back? Does he suck?
We're in talks right now to trade for what's his name?
Taylor Thomas.
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Which I will fucking lose my damn mind if we get Jonathan Taylor. If we were trying to get Dalvin and Dalvin wanted to come to Miami since it's his home, he's from Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, sure.
But like but
He's
like we
he's
might
actually
just
on my
get
same fantasy team.
Jonathan Taylor, who's younger and better, like
Yeah.
and has a better contract. So it might be perfect. So we'll see. Plus our fullback, our starting fullback, who's like a team captain pretty much. He was Jonathan Taylor's fullback in college. So we have a line. We have a way in. So it'd be sick. And if we do, I don't think we're gonna get rid of Mostert. I think we'd get rid of Jeff Wilson.
My friends
I
made
think
fun of me because I drafted like 7 running backs.
I have.
And
So I did a draft last night. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude, I sent you my draft. I absolutely fucking murdered my
I
friends.
didn't
It's
look
not
at
even
it yet.
fair.
I forget what I was doing. I'm gonna send you mine right now. Wait, let me
Dude,
go
it's
look in our chat.
dude, mine's a 2 quarterback league. I got Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert. Mind you, this is not a snake draft, it's an auction draft. I just budget way better than my friends.
Oh
But then I got
wow. Amon Ra, the Sun God's great fucking pick too.
he
Damian
is,
Pierce.
dude.
I'm
Look at
actually
my
scared of
team
Damian
is so
Pierce.
stacked.
I think Devin Singletary's gonna eat into his carries a little bit more than I wanted it to. So that's why I kind of avoided him.
Let's see who you got. You got Dak, Bijan, Jameer Gibbs. Um, oh, you got Kenneth Walker, Dalvin, Raheem Mostert. You got so many running backs, bro.
I know everyone else has so many less.
You got Jamar Chase. No, that's good though. You got Debo. I'm not high on Cortland Sutton.
Jerry
Zay
Judy went
Flowers.
down, hamstring injury. Jerry Judy's out for the first 4 weeks of the season.
Oh, that's true. That's true. And then Tim Patrick's dead. Um, he,
Rest in
he
peace.
he like he like tore his Achilles. He's out for the whole year. Um, so yeah, Sutton might be nice.
Sutton's the
Um,
only guy they got that's a veteran.
but
We
dude, you
both
can
have
just
Zay
hold.
Flowers.
But dude, you can just hold on to running backs and then just maneuver your way around when you need to. Laporta, I think, is going to be solid.
He was my
I'm
last
really
pick.
high on, I'm really high on Zay Flowers. I will give you a pro tip though. Jason Sanders is a horrible kicker. Do not use our kicker.
Okay, I'll drop him right now. Should
He
I
used to
let me
be
go?
he used to be good like 2, 3 years ago. This people are going to tune in for Pokemon, stay for Pokemon, and then leave for Dolphins Jets talk. Um,
But this is a Tom Hayden show. It's an excuse to
yeah,
talk to friends for around an hour.
that's fair. I'm okay with that. What I mean, dude, just take any other kicker that's not named Jason Sanders. I
All right.
love him. He's just not. He was so good like 3 years ago,
He helped me 3
and then
years ago when I was needed a kicker.
and he's just been absolute shit the past. Definitely last year, a little bit into the previous year.
Brandon
I don't.
McManus, the Broncos kicker.
McManus got cut.
Oh, he's on
He's not.
Jacksonville now.
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say he's not in Denver anymore.
He's rostered in 40% of leagues. Then the next one is Matt Gay in Indianapolis.
He's pretty good. He was with the whatchamacallit, the Rams for a while.
The
Matt Gay's
Detroit
good.
kicker,
Dude, take
23-year-old.
oh, Robbie Gould?
No, 23-year-old Riley Patterson.
Oh, I don't know. Dude, take Matt Gay is solid. I would take Matt Gay. You gotta think the Colts are an all right team, so they're probably gonna be getting a lot of points kicking. More so than scoring touchdowns,
You know what? That's what I think about Jacksonville.
even though Anthony Richardson's a stud. No, dude, Jacksonville is fucking good, man. Trevor Lawrence is sick. They got Calvin Ridley now, and he's been tearing it up, and he looks better than ever. But
Yeah, I'm gonna add Jacksonville's kicker.
yeah. He's solid too.
I'm talking myself into it. McManus.
No,
Because I liked him he was on Denver for a while.
yeah, he
Yeah, I
was
liked him
solid
on
in
Denver.
Denver.
I liked him on Denver. I made
I'm
a
always
roster move.
iffy. I'm always iffy when a kicker leaves like their original team for a second team.
I'm all
They,
in on
they,
McManus now. He's gonna
they
have a
usually
comeback
always
here.
suck. He'll be
So
fine.
yeah,
It's a
I don't
kicker.
know what to do at running back. Should I start Mostert, White? I'm not gonna start Hull or Bigsby. Those are kind of like end of the season hopefuls.
So you start Bijan no matter what, right? Of course.
Yeah.
Um,
Then it's Gibbs, Cooks, and Walker as my 2 flexes and second running back.
I like Gibbs and Mostert. We're gonna use the shit out of Raheem Mostert.
I think so too. And I think Gibbs has a better matchup against Kansas City. That's projected to be a high scoring game. So I'd rather
Yeah.
have the running back.
Well, they're currently gonna use him out of the backfield and out of the slot and stuff. They're gonna move Jameer Gibbs around a good bit. So are the Falcons with Bijan. So, and I think that Raheem Mostert's probably gonna get about 65, maybe 70% of the carries for the Dolphins, at least until A-Chain comes back.
I got to
But
talk to you about a trade I offered and then retracted when Jerry Judy got hurt. But then the guy sent it back to me. Christian Kirk for Cortland Sutton and Tank Bixby.
he's going to give you Christian Kirk?
Yeah,
No, I don't like Christian Kirk.
I kind of like Christian Kirk, but I like Cortland Sutton better, I think.
Portland Sutton has more upside now that Jerry Judy died.
Exactly. When Jerry Judy was alive, I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll do this trade because then I could open
Yeah.
up a spot and get my IDP.
And also, I think so. People are talking a big talk about Tank Bigsby in Jacksonville, but I don't believe it. I saw what he did at Auburn. He was all right. He just has a cool name. Like
That goes a long way in my book.
he's okay. I'm not high on Tank Bigsby. I think Etienne's still going to get like 80% of the carries, and he's still going to ball. Etienne's still going to get you at least like 12 points a week.
What do you think of Indianapolis's backfield? That Hull guy I picked up, but apparently there's someone else that might take carries.
Well, Jonathan Taylor is no more. So I have no idea what they're doing in their backfield. I'm not really paying attention to it. I do like Alec Pierce, the wide receiver. He's a little bit of a deep sleeper. Did nobody draft him in my league over here? I need to make sure that nobody drafted him because my friends don't know about him.
Who is it?
Alec Pierce, the wide receiver. Okay, cool. He is still available. No, I don't want to add him. I want to flag him so I remember that I need to get him because I like Alec Pierce. He is killer. I think he's gonna have a sick season, dude.
Someone picked him up in my league.
They're just gonna run him on streaks and just bomb it deep to him like all the fucking time.
Yeah, someone already has him in my league.
Yeah, I like Alec Pierce a lot.
Maybe I'll trade Mostert to the guy who has Arcane.
A-Chain? Yeah, dude, A-Chain's so fucking good, man. Our team is so fast, dude. If Tua it's dinner time for him. If Tua stays healthy and we can get the ball out fast, we're just gonna be lethal. It's just stupid.
Should I offer that same package, Cortland Sutton, but with Raheem Mostert for George Pickens? Is that like a really bad trade for the guy with George Pickens?
I love George Pickens. I'm also biased. He went to University of Georgia. George Pickens is that dude. I would offer that.
Because he has a Miami Dolphins running back already. So then he would get a second one. He only has 4 running backs. And he gets Cortland Sutton. And then I get George Pickens.
You could do that, or you could offer
I offered it. I sent.
Yeah, you could do that and just hold on to Hull. I mean, Mostert's good, but I mean, it just depends on you. I mean, you're already set, so you can afford to lose that. To get that in George Pickens would be sick, because then you have Jamar Chase,
Debo, and
Pickens, and Zay Flowers. Like that's just nasty. And then I don't care about tight ends. If I'm not getting Kittle, like I really don't care.
I picked tight end 16th pick in the draft. I was like, who's left? Detroit has a young guy from Iowa. Perfect.
Sure, that sounds familiar. Yeah. Literally TJ Hawkinson again. So, sure.
Like, I don't think he's going to be as good, but yeah.
Oh, shit. Yo, breaking news while we're doing this. The 49ers just sent Trey Lance to the Dallas Cowboys.
That fucking sucks for my Dak Prescott, right?
No, he's not going to take. If Dak gets injured, Trey Lance ain't going to take his job. He's going to get a fresh start and a chance to have a chance somewhere else. But he's not. It's still Dak's job. Dak ain't going anywhere unless he gets injured. Wow, can't believe that just happened.
Wow. What did the Dallas Cowboys send?
A mid first round pick, I think they said, or a mid pick.
Okay.
I said a mid round pick, so probably like a 4th or a 5th.
That's a good trade. It's a really good trade
for the third. I mean,
he was like the 9th overall pick.
3rd. They traded up with us to get him.
Yeah.
We traded down with the 49ers, then we traded back up with the Eagles, and we took Jalen Waddle. And then the other picks they gave us turned into Tyreek Hill and Bradley Chubb. We just fleeced the fuck out of the Niners.
Yeah.
But dude, I need to ride out of here. My dog's pacing and he wants to go eat.
No. I took up way more of your time than I anticipated. So thank you so
All
much,
right.
and I'll let you know when
Always.
this is coming out.
I love you, bro. I'll see you later.
Oh, you too.
I'll see
See
you.
you later.
See you in Pittsburgh.
Done and done.
Thanks for having me, dog. Later.
Later.